morning, my name is Ayu Meilani Sibuea. My NPM is 19060003. In this lesson, you can learn how to use the verbs make and do in different ways. You will see the difference between make and do and all the meanings of each verb. You will also see phrasal verbs and collocation with make and do. Here's a question. Have you visited our website yet? Let's look at our lesson. What's the difference between make and do? Here you see 3 ways to use do and 3 ways to use make. Could you explain the basic difference between do and make to someone? How would you do it? Think about it. Do means to perform an activity or a task. For example, do the work, do the washing up, or do everything. Make means to create something and or produce a result. If you make a shopping list, make dinner, or make presentation, then you create something. There's a result at the end of the process. That's the basic difference between do and make. In the rest of this lesson, you will learn about do and make in more detail, but keep this basic idea in your head. You can use make when you create a result. You can use make for things with a physical result, like make a card, make a cake, or make dinner. You can also use make for non-physical results, like make a mistake, make progress, or make a noise. Here's a question. Can you think of more examples like this? Pause the video and try to find 3 more examples of phrases with make, which describe physical results, and 3 which describe non-physical results. Can't think of 3. Try to find 1 or 2. Pause the video and do it now. Ready? What did you get? For physical results, it's common to use make with food and drink, like make a sandwich, make a cup of coffee, or make pizza. You can also make a toy, make a chair, or make a shelf. If you can do it yourself, you can say that companies make things. For example, Apple makes the iPhone, or Honda makes cars. For non-physical results, there are many possibilities. You could say make a joke, make a suggestion, make a friend, or make an appointment. It's also common to use make with money words, like make money, make a profit, or make an investment. Did you get any of these phrases? Did you find examples that we didn't? Next, let's look at a slightly different way to use make. You can use make to mean produce a reaction in someone. Similar to the last section, this could be a physical reaction, as in they made my face really puffy. They make my eyes water. The antihistamines make me sleepy. You could also use it for emotional reactions. For example, the news made him angry. Thinking about what he said made me happy. Finally, you can use make for reactions which are both physical and emotional. Like this, it was such a sad film. It made me cry for hours. He's so funny. He makes me laugh all the time. Okay, here's a task for you. Look at 3 questions. Can you answer these 3 questions for yourself? Pause the video and make your answers. You can write them down. Say them out loud or both. Okay, could you do it? Of course, everyone's answer will be different. But here are 3 suggestions. Being outside on a beautiful day makes me really happy. The last thing that made me laugh was a joke my colleague made in a meeting this morning. Someone not telling the truth could make me angry. Were your answers similar or not? Now you have seen many ways to use make. What about do? Remember that do means that you perform a task or an activity. You often use it to talk about things you do at work or school. So you can do work, do business, do a deal, do a report, and so on. You can also use do with other kinds of work, like do housework or do homework. Also, you can use do for many things connected with school and education. You do research, do exams, do a course, do revision, and do a subject. With some of these, you can use other verbs too. For example, you can do an exam or take an exam. You can also use take with course or subject. For example, you can say I have to take 4 subjects in my first years of university, or I have to do 4 subjects in my first year. There's no difference in meaning. It doesn't matter which you use. You can use do as a general verb in phrases like do something. You can use these phrases in different ways. For example, I need to do something about my hair. It's a mess. Do you want to do anything this weekend? She is so lazy. She sits in her office all day long doing nothing. They are a very close couple. They do everything together. Is it right? To practice, try to make your own examples too. Let's do one more thing. In our last section, you will see some common collocations and phrases using make and do. Make of is mostly used in questions. When you want to ask someone for their opinion. If someone asks you, what did you make of it? They want to know what you thought. For example, if I ask you, what did you make of the concert? I am asking you for your opinion. Did you like it or not? Did you think it was good or not? Do it means to want or need. It's conversational. You might say, I could do with a cup of tea, meaning I want a cup of tea. Do a good job. It's easier to guess. If you do a good job, you do something well. It doesn't have to be about work. You could use it about many things. You can also use different adjectives. For example, do a bad job, do an adequate job, and so on. Make do is harder to explain. Look at an example. I didn't have time to cook, so we made do with some snacks and small things. Does this help? If you make do with something, you don't have what you want, so you have to find a way to use something else. Here's another example. After we moved, the furniture didn't arrive for a week. So for a bed, we had to make do with a mattress on the floor. This means that you didn't have the thing you want your bed, so you had to use something else. Do your best means to try as hard as you can. Does this help? If you make to do with something, you don't have what you want, so you have to find a way to use something else. Here's another example. After we moved, the furniture didn't arrive for a week, so for a bed we had to make do with a mattress on the floor. This means that you didn't have the thing you want your bed, so you had to use something else. Do your best means to try as hard as you can. It's often used when you didn't get the result you want. For example, they did their best, but in the end they lost 3-0. I did my best, but 3 was no way I could manage everything alone. There are many more phrasal verbs and collocations: ate, make, and do. Can you think of any more? I think that's all. Thank you.